On the line with me is Monty Alexander, currently appearing at Gabriel, St. Anthony, Maine. Monty, it's good to see and hear you again. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Leigh. Good to be here.
There is a remarkable support system in your group. You have a new bassist working for you. Usually you find John Clayton in your rhythm section, that principal of the Amsterdam Symphony, but you have a new 18-year-old genius there.
Yes, Charnett Moffett is very special. He's a bass player he's really keeping the tradition of Jimmy Blanton alive, I think. You know, the whole thing that comes through Ray Brown and just the whole idea of those big bass notes with a lot of spirit. I really have a strong feeling for him. Of course, he's had some great experiences already, spending 2 years with Wynton Marsalis' group, and he's wonderful to play with. Yep.
Well, he's certainly extending the line from Blanton to Pettiford to Ray Brown, as you mentioned. And what intrigues you about his technique and style?
Well, first of all, at a young age, he's grasped a very what seems to be a very mature approach to harmony and to rhythm and just the sheer strength of his effort to play bass, really a strong background, and that's the way I feel rhythmically when I'm playing. I like to have, if I can have somebody feeling that way, it just makes my job easier. And the thing about Charnett that also is quite unique is just who he is as a person, his personality, his characteristics. They're all in the music. He's a very positive young man, very joyful, very optimistic, and every note he plays is reeking of positivity. You know what I mean? And it's just great.
And of course, that's part of your whole personality too, I might add. Well, it's good to have you here in the recital of Gabriel's, and I think as I remember one night last year in Florida, I heard you say to someone who was listening to you that you were really a product of the Street Academy, and I just chortled at your sense of humor. It's got to be more than that.
Well, I think I'm a product of a lot of different things, but for me, the real weaning came just by hanging around, I thought, the right people, good musicians who were willing to encourage me and help me along. And what I got from my piano teacher as a kid was invaluable. It gave me respect for the piano and how it should sound, and try to just the overall touch that you need to have playing some of the classics. And I did have some primary experiences with the classical side of playing. But the main thing for me is just the whole spirit of the music, which is what jazz is. And when I say I'm from the school of the street, that's basically what it is. You know? That's what the jazz is all about. You know, it's life. It's the university of the street.
Well, there are some names in that crowd on the street, like Frank Sinatra, Milt Jackson, Ray Brown, Quincy Jones, Dizzy Gillespie, Senator Eugene Wright, and others. Some crowd you've been hanging out with.
Well, I've been very fortunate to be on the bandstand with some of those people, and I tell you, I've been having a great go of the whole thing. I can't complain about any of it.
Monty Alexander, a pleasure to talk to you. I know it's time to go back on stand at Gabriel's. Thanks very much for taking time out.
Oh, it's a real pleasure, man. Well, I hope that your friends or your fans on the radio can come on down and hear. You know, we didn't mention that Jeff Hamilton is on drums, and Jeff and I worked together some 10 years ago, and we spent 3 great years together, and now we're at it again. And he's been with the Basie Band in the meantime, and LA4, and having Charnett and Jeff is quite special for me. So I'm looking forward to seeing you before we're through. You're going to try to get down tomorrow night, perhaps?
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow night.